Friday Night Baseball from the Bay Area and the Oakland Coliseum. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Oakland A's. It's A's baseball coming up next. Sean Manaea will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, on the mound now is Sean Manaea, the pride and joy of Indiana State University. Low three-quarter arm angle. He reminds me a lot of former Met pitcher Sid Fernandez. Mid to upper 90s fastball, a true slurve. He also has a straight changeup and a funky arm angle. He's really tough on lefties.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Cue shot here out towards short. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's a good start to the inning for the Diamondbacks. Leadoff hitters aboard.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Into the box now, David Peralta, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game, they scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Oh, man, I love what A.J. Pollock does for this offense. He's averaging over an RBI game over his last 10. And I'll tell you what, that's being a total difference maker. It seems like every time he has a runner on base, he's relaxed. He understands what he's trying to do, and he's driving most of them in. Very dangerous right now.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one right down Main Street.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Slider, and that's in there for strike two. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. He was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft. Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Diamondbacks down without much of a fight. And now the A's offense gets its first shot here. No score. Taijuan Walker gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Listen, the sky has been the limit for Taijuan Walker, and I've been saying this, and I'll continue to say it. I'm going to give up on Taijuan Walker when Taijuan Walker gives up on himself. Big, strong guy, 95 to 97 miles an hour. Good, clean, soft mechanics. Good overhand curveball. His changeup has gotten better. This could be one of the up-and-coming right-handed pitching stars in the game of baseball.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Soft liner towards short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, as he'll take a look at ball one. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondbacks squad as they begin play here tonight. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty V, we've got a team here that's been playing some pretty good baseball. They're not quite in first place yet, Dero, but they're playing good, and they'd like to stay competitive through the month of May.
Yeah, they've played okay. Let's be honest. They've hit okay. They've pitched okay. They're capable of much better than this, but it's early. We find ourselves just in the early phases of May. Ride it out and find a way to get hot.
The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
The 1-2. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. There's one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Definitely a risky and aggressive play for the pitcher there, but he made it work out. They've practiced plays like that a lot in spring training, so it paid off this time.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And there's a base hit as the run will score from third, and the A's have taken a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, Dero. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Chris Davis. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Previously with Taijuan Walker, not great. He's 1 for 8. Chapman over at second. Benintendi at first, 1 gone. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matty, how about Andrew Benintendi? He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
At the plate, Matt Olson, and Oakland with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. From the stretch. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. A's have to settle for just the 1. We'll move to the second inning here in Oakland. It's the A's 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Digging in, A.J. Pollard, as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Number 11,
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Slider up that he gets a call on. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. A solo shot here to left. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Diamondbacks strike here to make it a 1-1 ball game.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup, so a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Here's Gerard Dyson. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He comes in at 262 on the year. 1 home run and 7 driven in. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. The guy I want to focus on is outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Also a hybrid type outfielder. Forced to move to a corner in Boston with the likes of Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts out there. But a guy who can play center with a strong, accurate arm, and we know he can roll the ball.
First offering on its way. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Chapman takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Third baseman, James Lamb.
So striding in, Jake Lamb. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. One and one the count to Jake Lamb. The 1-1 home. Is in there for strike number 2.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Leadoff homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. But the Diamondbacks come back to tie it on this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second, all even at 1 apiece. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. Previously with Taijuan Walker, he's a .333 hitter. First pitch coming, here it is. Popped him up. Cervelli is there. 1 out.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Nick Ahmed. Defense is this guy's calling card. One of the slickest defenders in our game. Super sure-handed and doesn't get enough love on the defensive side of the ball.
Striding in, Boog Powell. First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a breaking ball. way out in front. One out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. Marte fields it cleanly. In time to first, and there are two away.
Batting ninth, catcher,
stepping in, Josh Begley. Here comes the first pitch. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
A ball and a strike now. One ball and two strikes to the A's catcher.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday. Now at the plate, Nick Ahmed, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Gone to lead off the inning.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
2-1 now to Steven Souza. Base is empty here with nobody out. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
3-2 pitch. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Change up low, 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
3-0 pitch. Is looked at for the first strike. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on the base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
A great pitch there, as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out. Now to the plate, David Peralta. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Missed with a slider. 2 out, nobody on. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. 1 for the Diamondbacks, and it comes courtesy of the long ball. We played 2.5. It's now 2-1 Arizona. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the Cal Berkeley product Marcus Semien is the first to bat in the inning. Hit on the ground out to short. Ahmed fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and one shortstop rounds out to the other, one away. So digging in now, Cesar Hernandez. A base hit in his first trip. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Matt Chapman. First pitch on its way. And he'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. And that one just missed outside.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Real fastballs in for a strike.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Full count now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Ready for another chance? Andrew Benintendi, man at first after the 2-out walk. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Pollock. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. The A's strand 1. They still trail it here 2-1. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now as we begin the top of the 4th. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Stepping up now, A.J. Pollock. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
First offering on its way. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Diamondbacks center fielder with a friendly 2-0 count.
I wonder if that homer rattled him a little bit. He's certainly a little bit more cautious against him this time around.
3-0 now. Popped him up. Hernandez over to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And both guys can go back and get it when they need to. 96 on the one hand, 94 on the other. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high.
0-1.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. It's a slider taken for a ball. The 2-2 one more time. high in the air out to center field. Powell's under it. And that's the third out. Diamondbacks down in order. They lead it 2-1. Digging in now, Chris Davis. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Designated hitter.
Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. At the plate, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. The windup and the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And he fouls this one off. And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning. Stepping into the box, Stephen Piscotty. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire. Settling in now, Francisco Cervelli. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0. Swinging a soft liner. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the 5th.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
Skied into straightaway right. Piscotty will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Coming to the plate now, Nick Ahmed. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Boy, good bite on the slider, and it just missed inside. Here's the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
Steven Souza stands in as he looks at a called strike. In the dirt here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Into the corner and slicing foul. Hot shot on the ground is short, and that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores.
Dan, you were one pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby now.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. Last half of the 5th coming up. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
The 1-0 home. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. The 1-1 home. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Stepping up to the plate, Josh Begley looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The next 0-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning. Now at the plate, Marcus Semien. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pitch on the way. This now is hit the 2nd. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row. He's set down now at the. Digging in, David Peralta. And we thought we might be seeing the end of the road for the starter, but clearly he's still in there for at least one more hitter.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Matty, but I think this lefty-lefty matchup right here may have been enough to convince the manager to stay with him. So we'll see if it works out.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Behind 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Grounded back up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank. That guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Paul Goldschmidt stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. Peralta gets his lead at first, nobody out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Powell's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. A.J. Pollock will stand in here hoping to duplicate. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
This one's down to third. Chapman's got it. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Digging in once again, Cesar Hernandez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
So far, this has been a very productive outing. We're into the middle innings of this one, and his pitch count is down, and this might be one of those starts where he can work deep into this game, possibly into the 8th or 9th inning.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll avoid the fragments out there. Here's Gerard Dyson.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Gerard.
Kevin Segrist is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 41, Kevin Segrist.
Expecting a potential bunt. The corner infielders come way in to try to protect. In there, and it's 0-1.
Hey, I don't blame this guy right here. I would have took the first pitch myself. All you got is kneecaps and elbows coming at you.
Fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. A cold strike on the inside corner. Counts even at 1-1 to Cervelli. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Jake Lamb standing in now. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Lamb swings, and it's hit very well out to right. Powell going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he is all the way over to third now with a 2-out triple.
Pitcher's got to stay on his toes right there. You never know who in this lineup is going to pull out the old ambush. Knock to right there.
Now that's popped up, but Fegley will have room behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to one left for Arizona, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. First offering on its way.
Leading off for the Athletics.
And that one just missed outside. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-1. pulls this one in the air out to left. Peralta is in his tracks now. One gone.
Now batting.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
That's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Shot back up the middle. That gets down, and the inning continues. Bottom of the 7th inning will go at least 1 plate appearance deeper after the 2-out hit.
Hey, this pitcher's been absolutely in his zone up until this point. That was a retired streak, just broken up. He had retired 12 batters in a row. That's 4 clean innings. Let's see if the offense gets going.
Popped him up. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left for Oakland. They still trail it here 3-1. Now in the box, Steven Souza. He singled his last time up. Santiago Casilla been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
For the Athletics, number 46, Santiago Casilla.
Here's the first pitch to him. This is foul right side. The 0-1 on its way. Slider up that he gets a call on. Casilla, a native of the Dominican Republic. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He was a ground out victim last time up. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Coming in is Benintendi. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, David Peralta. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Archie Bradley will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so. Jed Lowry will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a good start to the inning for the A's as their leadoff hitter reaches base safely.
Hey guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Striding in for Oakland, Marcus Semien. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here comes the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. The 0-2 home. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
The 2-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. And he'll get over to... Oh, he kicks off his glove. How did he do that? Another try at 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first down. At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. He's 2 for 3. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball that just misses inside.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
On the ground to the right side. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Missed with a breaking ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
2-0 count. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. The 2-1. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 3-2 contest.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, are you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Hit hard to short. Ahmed with a great slide to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. A's have to settle for just the 1. We've played 8 full. A look there at the Bay Bridge from the East Bay side, where we are for this one from the Coliseum in Oakland.
Number 8.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Lifetime numbers against Casilla. He's gone just 2 for 13. Jesus Sucre is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate. Grounded down the third baseline. In there, strike 2. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Now the pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Missed with a slider. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Hit back up the middle. Simeon's there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 1.
Digging in, Gerard Dyson. He was a ground-out victim last time up. High in the air down the right field line. Piscotty's there for it. And that retires the side. Diamondbacks down in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Andrew Chafin enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin.
He's set and the pitch. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Chafin is a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the park. It's a rare day that someone takes him deep, which obviously makes him a very valuable commodity in the bullpen.
One of the things as a manager you want to do, you want to bring a reliever in and know that he can keep the ball in the ballpark, and this guy does a great job of that. He's near impossible to get the ball in the air to lift for a home run, and it's one of the reasons why he's a real effective relief pitcher.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
Up next for Oakland.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Jake Smolinski will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 5, Jake Smolinski.
Dribbled to the right side, but it's foul, strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hit on the ground toward the left. On to first, and now the A's are down to their final out. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the ninth. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Last strike now for Oakland. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Tap down the line. Lamb charging this one. Throw in time for the final out, and the Diamondbacks have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Arizona led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Taijuan Walker wins his third of the season. Andrew Chafin closes the door for the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for the ball game tonight: for the victorious Diamondbacks, 3 runs on